Breaking news. History unfolds on the world stage. President Donald Trump sits between two uneasy neighbors, the prime ministers of Cambodia and Thailand, as decades of border tension finally reaches a stunning ceasefire. For years, gunfire, mistrust, and unresolved land disputes have plagued their borders. But today, the headlines carry one word: peace. For too long, fighting between Cambodia and Thailand has cost countless lives and soldiers and civilians alike. Entire communities uprooted, families forced to flee, a forgotten war too much of the world. But to those living it, survival was the only goal. And now an unexpected figure steps in: Donald J. Trump. In a surprise diplomatic maneuver, Trump helped broker an expanded ceasefire deal between both nations. Sitting shoulder to shoulder with two prime ministers, he urged and compromised. He backed it with pressure. Sources close to the talk say Trump didn't rely on soft words or long speeches. He used what he knows best: leverage. Trump reportedly threatened higher tariffs on both countries if they refused to end the fighting, and it worked. Under that pressure, both governments agreed to sign a deal extending peace across their border regions for the first time in over a decade. The agreement was sealed quietly on a Sunday, but its impact echoes loudly across Asia. For the hundreds of thousands displaced by this conflict, this isn't about politics, it's about survival. Entire generations have grown up in the sound of gunfire, families torn apart by invisible lines drawn on maps. Today, those same families dare to hope again. Children are returning to school, farmers are back on their land, and for the first time in years, the border is silent. Trump's allies call this a triumph of what they describe as tough diplomacy. They argue that the use of economic pressure, not traditional negotiation, forced both sides to take peace seriously. Critics, however, remain cautious. They warn that peace achieved under threat could prove temporary, and that the old wounds might reopen. Yet, even those skeptics must admit one thing: for now, the guns are quiet, and that in itself is progress. The symbolism of the moment is undeniable. Trump, seated between two rival leaders, recalls historic peace accords from Camp David to Oslo, which seemingly impossible truces were signed. History, it seems, has a way of repeating itself. Whenever, through the same strength or strategy, the result is the same. The fighting stopped, the killing stopped, and the lives that once hung in the balance now have a second chance. Along the border, the difference is visible. Markets reopen, children laughing again, a cautious calm spreading through villages that knew nothing but fear once. Peace is fragile, but even fragile peace is worth fighting for. Political observers say that this event marks a shift, a reminder that influence doesn't always come through speeches or sanctions. Sometimes it comes through leverage, to bold moves that demand results. Trump's style of diplomacy, unconventional, aggressive, unapologetic, continues to reshape how the world perceives power. Whether loved or criticized, his methods have once again changed the conversation, this time about peace. Whether the ceasefire endures or not, one fact remains: for the first time in years, two nations once at war are talking instead of fighting. And for the families rebuilding their lives along that border, the silence is priceless. Peace, no matter who delivers it, is bigger than politics. It's about humanity, it's about hope, and it's about the courage to end what others thought could never end. This is more than a political story. It's a story of peace through power. And tonight, for Cambodia and Thailand, the guns are quiet. This is Peacemaker. Trump brokers his stories